In the quiet depths of the soul lies a fire, ancient and unyielding, a flame that, like steel forged in the hottest forge, must be tempered by discipline and the relentless spirit of the warrior. The path to transformation is no different. It demands the fierce resolve of Hagane no Ishi, the will of steel, an unbreakable spirit forged through trial and unwavering commitment. Life's chaos is but the hammer striking the blade, shaping who we are beneath the surface. But like the master swordsman Miyamoto Musashi, who embraced the impermanence of Mujo and the discipline of Bushido, you too can reset your life in 90 days, forging yourself anew from the fire of challenge and resolve. This is no fleeting promise, but a call to awaken your inner samurai, to wield your spirit with precision and purpose. To those who hear this, I invite you, commit fully, comment X. If you are ready to begin, subscribe to join our growing community of warriors, forging themselves in this crucible of change. Thank you for standing with us, united in the pursuit of mastery over self and circumstance. Discipline of the mind is the cornerstone of any profound transformation, especially when you aim to reset your life within a fixed period like 90 days. It is the unseen forge where your thoughts, emotions, and intentions are tempered into a powerful, focused force. Much like the samurai who sharpens his blade relentlessly, you must sharpen your mental edge daily. Without discipline, the mind becomes a restless sea, tossed by waves of distraction, doubt, and fear. To master the mind is to take command of this turbulent ocean, steering it with unwavering focus toward your chosen destination. This kind of discipline is not born overnight. It is forged through consistent practice, repetition, and a steadfast refusal to surrender to fleeting impulses. The ancient warriors understood that the battles within were more decisive than those without. Every moment you choose clarity over confusion, calm over chaos. You build the strength needed to transform your reality. Your thoughts are the architects of your future. Discipline molds these architects into skilled craftsmen, capable of designing a life of purpose and resilience. In cultivating mental discipline, one must embrace the rigors of self-awareness and deliberate control. It is a daily ritual of examining your inner dialogue, identifying destructive patterns, and replacing them with empowering beliefs. Just as a sword must be polished and tested before battle, your mind must be cleansed of negativity and strengthened through focused intention. This is not merely about positive thinking. It is about developing a warrior's mindset, a mental armor that deflects doubt and fear, allowing you to act with confidence even in uncertainty. The discipline of the mind demands sacrifice, letting go of distractions, abandoning procrastination, and facing discomfort head-on. It requires training your attention like a bowstring, pulling it taut until it can launch your actions with precision and force. With each disciplined thought, you reprogram your brain to seek growth, resilience, and mastery. Over time, this mental fortitude becomes automatic, a second nature that propels you forward on the path of transformation without hesitation or wavering. Yet, discipline of the mind is not rigidity or suppression of emotion. It is a dynamic balance between control and flow. It is the silent strength behind every decision, the steady calm in the eye of life's storms. This discipline allows you to observe challenges without being overwhelmed, to respond rather than react, and to maintain a clear vision even when the path ahead seems shrouded in darkness. Like Miyamoto Musashi, who embraced both strategy and adaptability, the disciplined mind is both firm and flexible. It adapts to circumstances without losing its core purpose. Developing this discipline empowers you to break free from old habits and mental constraints that have held you captive. It grants you the freedom to create new neural pathways, new ways of thinking that align with your goals and values. In this way, mental discipline becomes the foundation upon which you rebuild your life, enabling you to face each day with intention, resilience, and the unwavering spirit of a true warrior. Mastery over habits is the silent force that shapes the trajectory of your life, quietly determining whether you rise or fall in your pursuit of transformation. Habits are the repetitive actions that carve deep grooves in the mind, making certain behaviors automatic and effortless. Whether they serve your goals or sabotage them. Like a master swordsman who hones his technique through countless repetitions, mastering your habits means taking deliberate control over these daily rituals that define your existence. It is not enough to merely want change. You must rebuild your foundation by uprooting destructive habits and planting new ones aligned with your vision. This process demands patience and persistence, because habits are forged over time and require consistent effort to alter. When you master your habits, you reclaim your power from unconscious routines and begin to operate as a deliberate architect of your future. Your life becomes the sum of intentional choices rather than random reactions, each habit reinforcing your commitment to growth and discipline. To achieve mastery over habits, you must first become deeply aware of the patterns that govern your behavior. This involves honest reflection and keen observation, much like a warrior studying the subtle movements of an opponent before striking. Identify which habits serve your highest purpose and which undermine your progress. The mastery lies not only in stopping harmful routines, but in replacing them with constructive ones that propel you forward. This requires strategic planning, where you design your environment and daily schedule to support positive habits. Just as Musashi adapted his strategy to the conditions of battle, you must adapt your approach to habit formation by breaking tasks into manageable steps and rewarding progress. The key is consistency. Repetition transforms conscious effort into automatic action. Through relentless practice, what once required willpower becomes effortless, freeing your mental energy for greater challenges. Mastery over habits is a process of self-discipline and self-compassion, acknowledging setbacks without surrender and recommitting with renewed vigor. Yet, true mastery over habits transcends mere routine. It transforms your identity and rewires your brain's very architecture. Each new habit you cultivate reinforces a new version of yourself, one who embodies resilience, focus, and purpose. This transformation is subtle but profound, like the gradual sharpening of a blade until it becomes a weapon of precision and power. Habits shape your daily reality, and by mastering them, you control the narrative of your life. They anchor you in discipline and provide the momentum necessary to push through obstacles and uncertainty. Just as a samurai's repeated practice of basic techniques builds unparalleled skill, your mastery over habits builds an unstoppable foundation for lasting change. This is the essence of resetting your life, not relying on motivation alone, but on the enduring strength of disciplined habits that shape who you are and who you will become. To embrace impermanence is to accept the eternal flow of life, the constant change that shapes our existence and defines our journey. In the way of the samurai, this concept, known as Mujo, teaches us that nothing is fixed or permanent. Every moment is fleeting, like cherry blossoms carried away by the wind. This understanding is not a surrender to chaos, but a profound source of strength and clarity. When you reset your life, recognizing impermanence frees you from the grip of past failures and future anxieties. It reminds you that your current state, no matter how challenging, is temporary, and that transformation is always possible. Just as the sword must be reforged and reshaped to remain sharp, your life demands constant renewal. To embrace impermanence is to cultivate flexibility in spirit and mind, to flow with change rather than resist it. It is the willingness to let go of what no longer serves you, making space for new growth and possibilities. This acceptance is the quiet courage of the warrior who knows that to hold too tightly is to break. Living with the awareness of impermanence means facing uncertainty with open eyes and a calm heart. It requires releasing attachment to comfort zones, outcomes, and identities that no longer align with your true self. Like Musashi wandering the wilderness, adapting his path with every step, you must learn to move fluidly through life's transitions. This mindset turns obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into lessons, strengthening your resolve rather than weakening it. When you embrace the transient nature of all things, fear loses its power, and you become free to act boldly and decisively. The mind that understands Mujo is like water, soft yet unstoppable, able to erode mountains over time. This is essential for anyone seeking to reset their life, because transformation demands continual adaptation and growth. Holding on too tightly to the past only weighs down the spirit and blurs the vision of what lies ahead. Impermanence also deepens your appreciation for the present moment, where true power resides. The warrior lives fully in the now, knowing that each breath and action is both precious and fleeting. By embracing this truth, you awaken to a heightened sense of purpose and urgency that propels you forward. You learn to act with intention, knowing that every choice shapes your path, and that change is the only constant companion. This acceptance nurtures resilience, enabling you to recover swiftly from failure and move forward without hesitation. In this way, Mujo is not a source of despair, but a wellspring of liberation, a philosophy that frees you to shed limiting beliefs and self-doubt. It is the key to resetting your life, reminding you that no matter how many times you fall, you can rise anew, stronger and wiser. To embrace impermanence is to embody the spirit of the samurai, disciplined, adaptable, and unbreakable in the face of life's relentless flow. Unyielding willpower is the unbreakable backbone of transformation, the fierce flame that refuses to be extinguished, no matter how fierce the storm. It is the relentless force that drives the warrior forward when exhaustion creeps in, when doubt whispers in the shadows, and when every fiber of the body begs for surrender. Like Hagane no Ishi, the will of steel, this willpower is forged through fire and hardship, hardened by every challenge met and overcome. It is not born from fleeting motivation or temporary enthusiasm, but cultivated through relentless perseverance and a deep, unshakable commitment to your purpose. In the journey to reset your life within 90 days, willpower becomes the steadfast companion that carries you across the thresholds of resistance and discomfort. It is the spirit that refuses to bend or break, the inner voice that commands, "Rise again." This strength is the difference between fleeting attempts and lasting change, the armor that guards your vision from the distractions and setbacks that inevitably arise. Harnessing unyielding willpower requires more than just desire. It demands a warrior's mindset, discipline, focus, and sacrifice. It means showing up every day, regardless of mood or circumstance, and pushing forward with unwavering resolve. Like Miyamoto Musashi, who trained relentlessly through hardship and solitude, you must cultivate the mental toughness to endure and thrive. This willpower transforms obstacles into stepping stones, pain into progress, and failures into lesson. It silences the inner critic and drowns out the temptation to quit. Each act of willpower builds momentum, reinforcing the belief that you are capable of mastering yourself and your destiny. It is a muscle that grows stronger with use, and through consistent effort, your willpower becomes a force so potent that it commands your actions, no matter how difficult the path ahead. Yet unyielding willpower is not a cold, rigid force. It is a fierce, burning spirit balanced by wisdom and strategy. True willpower understands when to strike hard and when to patiently wait, adapting without losing sight of the ultimate goal. It is the calm storm within, steady and powerful, that guides you through uncertainty with clarity and purpose. This inner strength is what allows you to rise after every fall, to keep moving forward even when the horizon seems distant or obscure. It embodies the samurai's resilience and unbreakable spirit, fueling your transformation with relentless passion and commitment. When you wield unyielding willpower, you become the master of your fate, capable of resetting your life in 90 days by conquering every doubt, fear, and limitation that stands in your way. Focused action with purpose is the sharp edge that cuts through distraction and inertia, transforming intention into tangible progress. It is the disciplined application of energy, where every step taken is deliberate, measured, and aligned with a clear vision. Like the samurai who strikes with precision and intent, your actions must be purposeful, not scattered or impulsive. In the journey to reset your life in 90 days, focus is the compass that keeps you on course amid the chaos of competing demands and distractions. Without it, effort dissipates like smoke in the wind, and even the strongest willpower falters. Focused action channels your strength into meaningful movement, ensuring that each effort propels you closer to your goals. It is the difference between mere busyness and true progress, between wandering aimlessly and advancing with the unwavering resolve of a warrior on a mission. To cultivate focused action with purpose requires clarity of vision and the courage to eliminate anything that does not serve your transformation. It demands that you set clear priorities, break your goals into manageable steps, and execute them with discipline and consistency. Like Miyamoto Musashi, who mastered the art of strategy by understanding when and where to strike, you must learn to act with both patience and urgency. This means resisting distractions, saying no to unnecessary commitments, and dedicating your energy to what truly matters. Each action becomes a brushstroke, painting the masterpiece of your new life. Focused action also requires mindfulness, being fully present in each moment and fully engaged with the task at hand. This deep engagement sharpens your skills, builds momentum, and creates a feedback loop of progress and motivation that fuels your journey forward. Ultimately, focused action with purpose transforms potential into reality by bridging the gap between dreams and outcomes. It is the living expression of your commitment to change, the daily ritual of showing up and doing the work with intention and heart. This is the power that transforms a scattered life into a disciplined path of growth and mastery. Like a samurai's blade, your actions must be honed to strike true, cutting through doubt, fear, and hesitation. When you harness focused action with purpose, you create unstoppable momentum that carries you through challenges and setbacks, driving you relentlessly toward your vision. This is the essence of resetting your life. Not just wishing for change, but taking bold, purposeful steps every day to become the warrior you were meant to be. As we stand together at the edge of this transformative journey, remember that the path of resetting your life in 90 days is not for the faint of heart. It is the way of the warrior, forged by discipline, willpower, and unwavering focus. Like Miyamoto Musashi, who mastered the art of life through relentless practice and profound understanding, you too hold the power to reshape your destiny. The 4 pillars we have explored: discipline of the mind, mastery over habits, embracing impermanence, and focused action with purpose are your forge and your sword, tools to carve out a life of meaning and strength. This is not a fleeting moment, but a commitment to yourself, a vow to rise stronger with each challenge and to wield your spirit like steel tempered in fire. The road ahead may be arduous, filled with trials that test your resolve, but know this: within you lies an unbreakable spirit, waiting to be awakened. So stand tall, warriors of transformation, and step boldly into the crucible of change. Your life is your battlefield, and now is the time to claim victory. Thank you for walking this path with us. Together, we forge a future of strength, purpose, and unyielding will.